Paul said, my gospel's from Jesus. I wanted to make sure that my work that I'm doing wasn't going to be wrecked by a split in the church. And so he puts it before them to find out, are we all on the same page? And he brings Titus along. And it would be hard for the Jewish leaders to take a look at Titus and say, he's not a Christian yet. He's out there planting churches. He believes the same gospel that we believe, that Paul's been preaching. He's come to faith in Jesus. It's going to be hard to call this guy not a Christian. And I think we can learn something as a church. See, I think as a church, it's easy for us to get together on a Sunday morning and for us to rah-rah it up and for us to preach Jesus and to talk about how if you don't know Jesus, then you're going to spend eternity in hell. And a lot of us amen that. Amen, that's right. Amen, that's right. That's right. But then you get out into the world. I want you to think about your friends here for a second. Stop thinking about whatever you're thinking about, lunch, the person in front of you, person next to you, and think about your friends. Think about your family members here for a second. The ones who don't know Jesus. I want you to pray for them even right here, right now, in your own heart. And I want you to think about the weight of what we believe. It's a lot different to make a decision and to impose things on people when you actually are with people. It's easy to say, God hates homosexuality, and he does. And God hates abortion, and he does. God also hates a gossip. He also hates it when we are gossiping about others, just as much as he hates all those other sins. It's very easy in a church to preach those things and to say those things to everybody who agrees, but when you're sitting across the table from a gay man who's struggling, trying to marry his faith with his lifestyle, it's a little more difficult. It's a lot harder to go out and to talk to a woman who has had an abortion, who regrets it, felt it was her only way out, and to tell her how wrong she was, or to sit there and talk to her about Jesus. It's hard. And so these guys here, they have Titus in front of them. They say, what's God doing in this man's life? He believes the gospel. The gospel is true. He's a Gentile, and they made the right decision. But I think we as a church have something to learn from that, is that, yes, preach the gospel, preach what is in the scriptures. We're never going to back down from the truth. We're not going to do it. But understand the implications it has on people, and then practice what we preach.